Today we're at Akeley City Park and Campground. It's so beautiful out here. And we're actually parked right by the water. There's about 40 campsites here, and every single campsite has waterfront view. So what it means is you can just pull and camp right in front of the water here. Here in Akeley, in 1949, they dubbed themselves the Birthplace of Paul Bunyan. So as you're coming into town, there's a 25 feet huge statue of Paul Bunyan where you can go sit on his hand and take pictures there. You know, just with the hustle and bustle of the city, you know, when we were here last night, I really just had this really incredible, like, calming feeling come over me when I'm out on the dock, listening to the loons crying out to each other. I'm hearing the fish jump in the water, and it was just so beautiful. I mean, it's so peaceful up here that it's refreshing to be out here. Growing up, we didn't have a camper van to go out camping with, so I feel like this is a little luxury. But I think the essence of what, you know, camping is for me is that, you know, that feeling being outside, but also getting to cook outside. Good morning, everyone. Today we're making smoked pork belly hash with vegetables and duck eggs. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna just take this piece of smoked pork belly and we're just gonna cut it up to like 1/2-inch cubes, and then we're gonna render that down and really extract that flavor and that smokiness from this belly. We're just gonna cut this right in half. And you know what you really wanna do is you don't wanna make this too small or too thin because it's gonna take a little time, so you want it kind of thicker. So we're gonna take our pork belly, you throw it right in, and again, you can hear that sizzle. It's exactly what you want. And so, like, kind of a theme that I've been talking about a lot is don't let the fire control you, you control the fire. So if this gets too hot, remember, the reason why we're really cooking with cast iron is it holds really good residual heat. What you can do is we have this little piece of wood, we just put it down, and you just take your pan and you can just pull it out and just let it sit, and that residual heat of the cast iron will still keep cooking. So you don't need to worry too much about this whole idea of like, oh, you know, the fire's too hot, I don't know what to do. So just, again, take your time, let it render down slowly. And if you're doing this over a campfire, just create two spaces. Create one space where you have your fire full-fledged going, and then another space where it's a little cooler. Okay, we're gonna let this pork belly render down a little bit. While we're doing that, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna prepare the potatoes for it. So this next step, we're gonna take these finger-length potatoes. We actually parboiled them already, and so they're a little soft. And again, when you're cooking, it's always about involving your whole family together. So you can have the kids do this. They can either take the end of the back of a plate or just the palm of their hand. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna just take the potatoes and you're gonna smash it down. And then when you smash it down, you kind of flatten the potatoes out. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add the potatoes right into this oil. You don't want to fully cook the potatoes when you're boiling them, because what we're doing is we're parboiling it. You're gonna finish the cooking process here with the pork belly. This next step here, we're gonna cut down these vegetables. Now what's really important is the way that you cut the vegetables down, the sizes, and then the way that we layer the vegetables in. So for example, we're gonna start with the carrots. Now carrots usually, they're a little harder and they roll. So when I tell a lot of my cooks, what we do is we wanna square the carrots off. So just literally just cut off a little side of the carrot where you square it, where it doesn't move around. So what I tell people to do is just work in sections. We want the carrots to cook real fast. And the reason why I love using carrots for this hash is carrots has a little sweetness to it, and it balances out the pork belly. Because the pork belly, it's brine and it's cured and it's smoked, so it's a little saltier. So the carrot has a sense of sweetness, and it helps really balance out that kind of that saltiness. As we put that carrot in, again, you're building layers, right? So we're gonna make sure that carrot gets right down there in the bottom, so it gives, you know, good time for that carrot to start cooking. The size of the way that we made our carrots, we want to make our onions that size too. So you want to try to keep all your vegetables the same size. And just make this cut real simple. Grab this onion, and again, just layer the onions in. Now, I love the flavors of peppers and onions together, and add that with potatoes. It's just a really hearty dish. One of the easy tricks with cutting peppers is, I just tell people, is you can just take the pepper and you can just cut it around that membrane. And the peppers we usually put last because it takes the least amount of time to cook. And we're just gonna throw our peppers in. We wanna work our way down to the bottom. The number one problem when it comes to making hash is like overloading. You know, you get excited and you put all these things in here and you actually just overload it and you're just like, oh no, I don't know if this is way too much. As we're cooking down, the last thing you should put in is the garlic. So we just do like a really rough cut. And rough cut is a nice way of saying not finely chopped, broken into big pieces. Grab this garlic here, rough cut it, add it right in. And guys, right now, I mean, I wish you guys are here to smell this. One of my favorite aromatic smell is fresh garlic with bell peppers and onions. My mouth is watering. You know, the whole crew, we just got up about an hour or so ago, and so I'm really hungry. As we let this cook down, we're gonna get the duck eggs ready, and then we're just gonna throw it right on top. So we're gonna be frying up duck eggs. So the duck eggs that we have right here is from Gray's Farm. It's in Faribault, Minnesota. Tiffany, she's a friend of ours. And the reason why I like using duck eggs is duck eggs, the yolk is a little bigger and it's a little creamier. So it's almost like having your own hollandaise sauce. You could totally use chicken eggs for this, definitely, but duck eggs are a little bit more unique. Salt the top, grab a little bit of pepper. Sometimes when you're frying an egg, people get kind of that white that's uncooked around and people are a little nervous about it. What I do is I just take a little spatula and I kind of just, you know, you can just kind of spread it out a little bit and it evens it out. So we have our pan, our hash here, ready to go. We have our duck eggs here. We just take your duck eggs, put them right on top. You have that beautiful color. With most dishes I love finishing it with some fresh herbs. So we have some scallions, toss some scallions right on top here. There we have it, smoked pork belly hash with vegetables and fried duck eggs.